Milwaukee Black Talk lives here on 101.7 FM and 1510 AM, W269DL Milwaukee, and WGKB Waukesha.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests of this program are of their own and not a reflection of Milwaukee Black Media or 101.7 The Truth. Good afternoon, Milwaukee. You're tuned in to The Lunch Break on 101.7 The Truth, where everything is an option on the menu.
And one thing about me, I'm a tough cookie, but I know what I can't do, and I'm not suffering. All right, I fought my whole life. I'm all right.
Excuse me, Cletus. Hoppo, who this man?
Yeah, I wasn't doing it. So I was like, I'm not paying $1,000 to sleep on somebody's couch.
Grab your lunch, hit send on that email, and get ready for the best hour of your day.
My way of thinking is that the parents do all they can, but once the kids leave out that door, whatever have you, they make their own decisions. I don't care if you're 9 or 99, it's still your decision about the situations that you get involved yourself in.
We talking about taxpaying citizens who look into their taxes. Look into this. We talking about elected officials doing backdoor deals, and somehow she still want to blame immigrants. That's what we talking about right now. We following the money, and you still want to blame black people and immigrants and welfare and all of these things for policies and backdoor deals that put poor people in worse position.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
Like you said, they want to pad their pockets, but they need a reason to push things through. And I guess the low-hanging fruit is, okay, well, this is a problem, right? Y'all want to fix the problem, and they just hope nobody looks into it like, wait, when did food trucks become an issue?
Here are your hosts, Ray Nitty and Maybe Shannon.
What up, y'all? Welcome, 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 welcome. Happy Monday. It is your boy, Ray Nitty, and my co-host, Maybe Shannon, and you are now listening to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. This is the Lunch Break crew. Ray Nitty, Maybe Shannon, DJ Brother Z holding us down with the production and sound, man. We got a full day. It is voting eve, Shannon. It is voting eve.
Oh, and all through the city.
All through the city.
I was gonna say Christmas.
Right.
Everybody tucked in, got their voter outfit on. What y'all wearing to the polls?
Straight up. Xavier put me in a headlock earlier. We got in a little scuffle. It's
Being abused over there.
Put me in a political headlock, but we hugged it out. Man.
Aww.
I think people are just election fatigued right now, man. And I'm just ready for tomorrow so I could cash my vote. Build our Wisconsin. Y'all know where I stand.
Build our Wisconsin.
Man, Shannon, how was your weekend, man?
I worked all weekend. Everything feels like one long day at this point. It's been a weekend. I actually got my nails done with my daughter or whatever too, though. So like I found time in between for life's little pleasantries, You know what I'm saying? So that was cool.
You said you got your nails done with your daughter.
Yeah.
I thought she said she got her nails done with her dog for a second. I was like, all right, Shannon. Now you just taking the flex too far. Oh, my God.
I low-key was just about to say I'm ordering her some nail polish too.
See?
Are you out of your damn mind?
Nail polish. And she like her feet rubbed, so she'll let me paint them.
I wish you could see Brother Z face right now looking at the...
Really?
My dog do like her feet rubbed. She is a princess.
She don't got feet. She got paws. It's
her feet. After a long day of chasing stuff, she like her little paws rubbed. Is that okay with you? Paws. Okay?
Somebody come and look at this.
Oh, man, Shannon, we got to...
How was your weekend?
Man,
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty interesting. I played in the Bronzeville local legends softball game to wrap up Bronzeville week. We won. Obviously, Team Ray Hill won. Yeah. Shouts out to Team Ray Hill. We played against G from G's Clippers and his team. It was a good game, though, man. It was a good game. They made it very interesting. We won by 1 point, too. We won by 1
like you blew them
point.
out the water. We won. I was like, oh, okay, y'all was getting down.
No, it was a good game. We was up like 13-5. Then they tied it up and went up 2. You know what I'm saying? And we came back and went up 2 again. And then they got in within 1 in the last inning. And then we shut it down, man. We held it down. We held it down, Shannon.
Y'all have to do.
We did.
You like that.
Then we were supposed to do a swing out the vote event with Erica Crowley on Sunday, but that at Rose Park, and that got rained out, unfortunately. Speaking of Rose Park,
it's been a lot of rain.
Yeah, it's been a lot of rain. Speaking of Rose Park, rest in peace to Ray Nixon. We lost a great person in the family, the Rose Park family. So prayers out to his family, and we send our condolences out to Ray Nixon and his family, man. We lost somebody very, very important in the city, man, especially in the softball community. Rose Park will not be the same without him. So if you know the family, please shoot them a text, call. Just let them know that the city loves them, man, because they're going through some hard times right now. We got a pretty full show, Shannon. I'm going to give folks the quick rundown. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Tell them where they can find us, Shannon, before we give them the rundown of what's on the menu today.
We just got right into it.
I know, right?
Let me Well, if you are listening now on the radio, you can head over to YouTube and watch us live in studio. We are at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Join the chat, watch us live. If you have questions, comments, concerns, and you just want to join the conversation, you can call us at 833-212-1017. You can also text that number. We do read the text messages. If you guys would like to as well, follow your host. We have Ray Nitty at Ray Nitty, RayNitti across all platforms. And then me, maybe Shannon, MaybesShannon across all platforms. And join the Lunch Break crew on Facebook, okay? Make sure you guys join us. Join some conversations after we're done with Lunch Break. We're on Facebook at The Lunch Break. Y'all don't want to miss this. You are listening to the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hey, get you a big scoop. Come get seconds.
2 scoop special.
Straight up. So, on today's show, y'all, we got a pretty full show. Hopefully we get through it all today. We're going to talk about a flock camera era. You sent me this, Shannon. A lady was wrongfully stopped. I think they said the car was wanted in a Milwaukee homicide investigation, and she was stopped on the highway. We'll get into that. Then, speaking of flock cameras, somebody that we interviewed earlier on the lunch break, Eagle Sports Range, they rip out, Shannon, they flock cameras. You sent me that too. So
yeah. A lot of flocking going on.
What the flock is going on?
I like that. I'm gonna have to read. I'm gonna have to use that, right? That's a good one.
You like
what
that
the
one?
flock?
What the flock?
Yeah.
Who's looking at me? Then we have the governor's race tomorrow. Tomorrow. It is important that we get out and go vote. I know people are expecting turnouts to be low, but I think we about to do something special in the city tomorrow. I think it's going to be a great day tomorrow. Good luck to everybody in the race. Much respect to everybody in the race. Y'all know where I stand. Build our Wisconsin. Bow. Vote Crowley. Then we want to talk about Kyle Wallace. He had a take on is Crowley really establishment, and he was very, very passionate about it. And it raised some questions. It raised some questions to me. And I was hoping I bumped into Kyle before we got on the radio, because I wanted to ask some questions before I just said some things. But, he was very, very passionate. And obviously, we do some digging. And I remembered an old clip. And I think I figured out what it was. It was.
You got that clip, Ray?
You know what? I might send it to Zach. It was actually a clip when he was on The Truth, too. So it was a clip when he was actually on The Truth. So I think I figured out where a lot of this,
Animosity.
I ain't even gonna use that word. That's not a fair word. I'm gonna just say energy.
What is it? Okay.
I think I'm understanding where his energy is coming from towards our county executive, but we'll get into that. But I want to talk about establishment and the word and so forth. And I think Crowley said it was a slur, and I think people misunderstood what he meant by that. And I understand why people would misunderstand that, because as Black people, we got to say things a certain way so it's not perceived a certain way, right? So we'll get into that as well. And to be clear, a lot of people are saying he said racial slur. He never said it was a racial slur. He said it was a slur.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that as well. Then Shannon, we got right. Then we got
all racial now.
You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes we have not sometimes. Also we have Jordan Roman, candidate for state assembly in District 12. That's actually my district, where I live. So we'll have him in studio, if I'm not mistaken. And what else we got? Yeah, I think that's what we got for today, Shannon. Shannon, what else you got for us today? A full plate.
I do have the TikTok news, but I'm feeling like we might not get to that. Should we start with that, or should we end with it? I think we should end with it.
How much time
What
we
do you
got before
think?
break, real quick, brother Z?
I mean, depends on what we're doing here.
If we go into our TikTok, our appetizer.
TikTok news might be.
All right.
How much time? You said it depends on what we do.
He said do it after break.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, we'll get into it after break, y'all. But yes, we did want to remind everybody that today is the day before Election Day, and Crowley got a big rally today too. So if you need, somebody said, shouts out to the chat, man. Young Money in the building. A lot of officers in Georgia got fired for stalking people with the flock cameras. He also said Kodak
That
Black.
happened in Milwaukee too.
No flocking. Okay. Kodak Black got a song called No Flocking?
Yeah, you don't know it?
I don't, actually.
That's crazy.
Come on, man.
What if you hear it? He probably know it if he hear it.
No, he literally just said he doesn't know it, and I believe him. So
Yeah, now if I heard the song, I probably just don't know it as No Flocking, but I would like to think that I don't know the song. But,
you don't want to know it.
no, I ain't gonna say I don't want to know it.
My name's Kodak, but if you see me, I'm white.
Oh, that's the song?
no, that's just
No.
Oh, that's something he
That's
said.
just Kodak Black. That's a stem of mine. Sorry, my ADHD taking over.
I'm just saying, man.
I gotta show you that clip. See, it feels like we explain. Like, Ray, come on now.
I saw the clip. I'm asking,
You're
was
aging
that
yourself
part
is what
of
you're
the
doing.
song? I know the clip where he said, "I'm gonna have if you give me, I'm white." I've seen that clip. I'm just asking, did it come from that song? Damn. Speaking of aging
Why
myself,
you had to mimic it like that? It was you mimicking me, mimicking him.
and for the record, I just found out today, not today, yesterday, I'm actually 42. I thought I was 43, but I'm 42. So Amanda told me I was 42. Yeah.
What would you do without her, Ray?
I don't know. I sent y'all the picture of
Look,
her.
we thought socks was the problem. Man didn't even know his age without her. Oh my God.
I had to ask. I was like, am I 42 or 43? I ain't even bother doing the math on it. But yeah, man. Shannon, what, Shannon? What? I see you got
I'm just happy
Beyonce
you have
out
a man.
today.
I am happy. I know that's right. No, but I'm happy. Listen, you probably like, where's my birth certificate? Where's my sock? Where's my key? Who's my doctor?
I saw somebody put that in the chat. I saw somebody
Wait, what
put
they
it.
put in the chat?
I don't know, whatever it was, it got deleted. But I'm on that today. So try me if you want. Try me if you want today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. This is Ray Nitty and Baby Shannon.
Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Our leaders need to stand up to Trump and Tom Tiffany. But Francesca Hong's record is a distraction we can't afford. Bizarre rants against holidays, from Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day, calls to defund the police, voting against protecting kids from sexual predators. We can't trust Francesca Hong to defend the progress we've built in Wisconsin. Call Francesca Hong at 608-266-5342 to say her record hurts us. Paid for by Wisconsin Future Rising.
For 18 years, Veolia has done more than treat Milwaukee's water. Our people have raised their families here, built careers here, and been a part of the community. Generations of workers, millions of dollars a year invested in local businesses, a workforce center built to give young Milwaukeeans a real path into good local careers. 18 years later, Veolia is still here because Milwaukee's still home. Veolia, Milwaukee values, committed to its future.
Milwaukee, your weekdays have a new rhythm. Start your mornings with conversations that matter.
Again, I'm the legendary Homer Blow, along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman. Truth in the Morning with Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman. Weekdays, 7 to 9 a.m. Then keep it locked with the voice of the community.
And the more you know and the more skills you have, the more training you have, the better off your community is.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, 9 a.m. to noon. Lunch is on us. Turning up your midday vibe.
It's your boy Ray Nitty and my co-host Maybe Shannon.
It's the lunch break with Ray Nitty and Maybe Shannon, noon to 2 p.m. And don't stop there. Keep the conversation going with The Grapevine with Manan Sabir.
That's right, I'm your host, Manan Sabir.
Bringing the stories and voices you need to hear, 2 to 4 p.m. Then we're closing out your day with energy. Lots of it.
Your girl, Jazz Tyler, we are live and direct.
Tap in with Jazz Tyler every afternoon, 4 to 7 p.m. Your home for Milwaukee conversations. The award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a united way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
What up, y'all? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back. You are now listening to The Lunch Break with Ray Nitty and Maybe Shannon on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Man, Shannon, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling all right. You know, it's Monday. It's Monday. It's a Monday, but we doing great.
Man.
We're making it.
Man, you know, I forgot to go. I was so caught up in the what's the name? I didn't use the restroom on this dang break. So I had to do it on the next one. You know, I'm 42 now. 15. So, you know, bladder is not as
Well, you a little younger now than what you originally thought, so it should be better than last week.
You know, 42, 40. What'd she say? Knocking on Kyle, no one is listening. Chat, can't no numbers. Months later, Crowley lapdog. You got no impact, influence. Vote for anybody but Crowley. Spell right first, Cat. You gotta even spell it right. You not even spell it right, Cat.
They show up very often. Like, if you don't like us, like, wouldn't you think you just like not engage?
And the funny part is, you see how quick they knock it. I ain't knocked nobody. All I said, it was a topic about the position.
They be sitting and waiting.
That's all I said. I'm just talking about the position. Spell right first before you get on here. Don't get banned now. Anyway, Shannon, what you got on the appetizer for us today? Because I'm on that today. I'm on it today. I'm on one with anybody.
Clock it.
And we're gonna talk about
So,
the
before we get into
establishment
that-
stuff too. Go ahead.
Hello.
Screenshot
So
that
before
post,
we get
Zach,
into
before they
that-
take it down. Because that's the slur part that we be talking about. They say establishment and they say, oh, it's not but they follow it up with so much bigotry. Establishment lapdog, establishment coon, sorry, Shannon. Take us to the appetizer.
Perfect example just kind of laid itself
Sometimes
out.
the segments write themselves. Go ahead, Shannon.
I know that's right. Perfect timing. So, anywho, as far as TikTok goes, I know we started kind of diving into my TikTok news or my TikTok rabbit holes. And if you've been scrolling lately, you've probably noticed Lindsay Clancy's case has been showing up over and over again on the For You page. Clancy is currently on trial in Massachusetts. I can't say that. Massachusetts, Massachusetts. Yeah, that place for the deaths of her 3 children. And what started as a horrific story about a mother accused of killing her children has now turned into a much bigger conversation online about postpartum mental illness, medication, and medical care and criminal responsibility. So this is what makes the case so complicated. Clancy's defense isn't denying that she killed her children. The central question is whether she was criminally responsible because of the severe psychiatric condition her defense says she was experiencing at the time. Her medical history has become a major part of the trial. Stick a pin in that, because her medical history, basically that's what the trial is pretty much like. That's what they're banking on, her medical history. We're hearing about her depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, severe insomnia, psychiatric hospitalizations, and complicated medication history involving multiple doctors. The prosecutors are also presenting evidence that complicates that narrative. One psychiatrist who saw Clancy the day before the killing testified that Clancy did not appear psychotic and did not express suicidal ideations or homicidal intentions during that appointment. So this is not a simple question of did she have mental health problems. The real question is how severe was her mental illness at the time, and did it make her incapable of understanding what she was doing if what she was doing was criminally she was going to be criminally responsible for. And so as far as the TikTok obsession with the case, social media isn't just discussing evidence, but now they're kind of forming teams, right? Some people are saying the medical system and the mental health system failed Lindsay. Others are now questioning the husband, because as you hear this trial, you hear that the husband, she literally, like, the evidence that's being laid out is like she was fighting for her life. Like, mental health is like deteriorating. She's telling everybody around her, I don't know reality from like fake anymore. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like having these suicidal thoughts. I'm barely sleeping. She's telling family members, she's going to the doctor. She's trying to get medical help. Like, she has an extensive record of going to the hospital multiple times, taking stays at the hospital. But then you have a husband that's taking ski trips and taking flights to New York and leaving her with these kids, even though she's telling him, I'm losing my mind. You've got this same man. First of all, this happened in 2023. He is now married with a child on the way and an existing baby by this woman. The same man that fired the nanny at some point during all of this while she's saying she's drowning and going crazy. His own parents testified that they told him, we take the kids, and he denied them. So it makes people wonder what's really going on in this situation. And she could barely even talk when the police found her because of her injuries after she tried to, quote unquote, end herself. So some people are even saying they think he might have done it, and she was so out of it that she just believes she did it. It's a lot of speculation going on. People are questioning the husbands. They're questioning the doctors and the treatment she's received. Some people online has even gone further in questioning if she should be considered responsible at all with all this evidence coming out. But this is where we're going to slow down, because the TikTok stuff, yeah, it's interesting and people are taking a deep dive. But while everybody is talking about Clancy, another Massachusetts mother's case has been brought up again. Her name is Latarsha Sanders. Sanders was convicted of killing her 2 sons in 2018. And just days ago, while this Lindsay Clancy trial is going on, the highest court overturned those convictions and ordered a new trial after ruling the relevant psychiatric medical records had been improperly excluded from her original trial. It's important to note this mother is a Black woman. And she also had an extensive mental health history, but I think she got charged with like 2 counts of murder. And it's what's really messed up is the judge who presided over Sanders' original trial is also presiding over Lindsay Clancy's trial. Both cases involved mothers accused of killing their children. Both involved questions about severe mental illness and criminal responsibility, and both involve a courtroom having to decide how much weight should be given to the psychiatric evidence. So I have a little clip that kind of explains Latarsha's incident a little more, or what she went through. So let you guys listen to this.
I need you to be obsessed with Latarsha Sanders. It seems like the entire universe is obsessed with the Lindsay Clancy trial, and I love that energy, and I need you to give it to the Black woman who is in a very, very similar circumstance. Latarsha Sanders was Lindsay Clancy before Lindsay Clancy. In 2018, Latarsha Sanders was 43 years old. She's a Black woman. She lived in Brockton, Mass. in an apartment with her 2 young children. In the months and weeks and years before the murders, Latarsha suffered a lot of mental health incidents and crises. Like Lindsay Clancy, in 2018, Latarsha murdered her 2 youngest children. Immediately, and in a tale as old as time, the news coverage and the way people talked about the case was just marred with racism. Immediately, the media promulgated these rumors that Latarsha had used voodoo. I'll note here that Latarsha's oldest child has said they're not Haitian and they don't practice voodoo. Latarsha's psychiatric symptoms continued and got worse post the murders while she was in custody pre-trial, and it got so bad that prison officials or jail officials decided that she needed to be involuntarily committed. There, she was diagnosed with schizotypical personality disorder, whereby patients, quote, experience distorted views of reality, superstitions, and unusual behaviors. But while the public reacted with like immense support and kindness towards Lindsay Clancy, which is great, that did not happen for Latarsha. There were never any support letters for Latarsha, but Lindsay Clancy got more than 40. And while Latarsha's GoFundMe was ultimately shut down, Lindsay's amassed more than $1 million. And then there's the prosecution of it all, right? The prosecutor's own psychiatric expert determined that Latarsha was in, quote, the throes of paranoid schizophrenia at the time of the murders, but still, the prosecution went on to file 2 first-degree murder charges. Prosecution behaved deplorably. They tried to convince the all-white jury that Latarsha had been faking her psychiatric symptoms, that she was, quote, evil and playing, quote, the crazy card. Prosecution also tried to convince the jury that Latarsha killed her kids because she thought that killing them would give her a book deal that would then make her rich and famous. And don't even get me started on the judge in this case, who incidentally is the same judge in the Lindsay Clancy trial. And in this case, there were thousands upon thousands of medical records attesting to the fact that Latarsha was clearly suffering from psychiatric diagnoses, and the judge decided to keep those out. But yesterday, we got really good news from the highest court in Massachusetts. The Supreme Judicial Court threw out the 2 murder convictions against Latarsha based on the fact that the judge, Judge Sullivan, who's in the Lindsay Clancy trial, should not have kept out all of those medical records. Now it's up to the prosecutor to decide to initiate a new trial to file new charges, and I think he probably will. Which is all to say that this case is insanely nuts. It's evidence first of how racialized the criminal legal system is. It's also demonstrative of how like deplorable and harmful prosecutors can be. And finally, it reveals to us how often, right, these mental health crises are relegated to the criminal legal system. This is a case you need to watch, so let's cover it together.
All right. So with that being said, it leaves it leaves the question, does race affect how one receives sympathy? Does class affect the access to mental health treatment? And does the way a woman looks, speaks, or fits our idea of what a good mother looks like influence how we interpret their behavior? So that's a question TikTok can't answer, and I just wanted to throw that to you guys after we come back from break. Don't go anywhere.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
Milwaukee, mark your calendars. Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Interested in volunteering? Visit truthfamilyfest.com or by emailing Sierra, Cierra.brown@milwaukeeblackmedia.com. Special thanks to Educators Credit Union, American Family Insurance, Milwaukee Public Schools, Artists Working in Education, City of Milwaukee, Department of Community Wellness and Safety, and Ascension for helping make this event possible.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up? Welcome, 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 welcome. You are now clocked in on your lunch break with Ray Nitty, maybe Shannon, DJ Brother Z, holding us down on the production and sound, man, on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Man, Shannon, how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling all right. How you feeling?
I'm turned, Shannon. I'm turned up.
Yeah, listen, I'm ready. I'm ready to get into. Listen,
that was some wild stuff in that first. That was a thick appetizer.
That was a thick one. I want the thick one. Hey, thick one.
I want the. That's why they can't take us nowhere.
It's 12:30 in the afternoon. Relax.
It's a lunch break, man.
Thick, but what's on their lunch plate?
Exactly. They want the thick one. They
Right.
want the thick steak. They want the thick grit. They want. Listen, we do this all day.
Hey, man. How y'all doing, man? Shouts out to the chat. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Strawberry Passion, Young Money, Jasmine West, Biko Baker, Cat. What's up, Cat? Young Money, Wisco J. Shouts out to everybody in the chat, man. So we gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it moving, right?
Let's do it.
Wrongfully stopped the flock camera error. We're gonna make this real quick. Amber Newell, a Milwaukee area woman, was pulled over at gunpoint twice in 1 week. That's crazy. First in Milwaukee, then again days later on I-94 in Waukesha County by Brookfield Police, after a flock license plate camera falsely flagged her car in connection with a Milwaukee homicide investigation. The second stop on Thursday, August 6th, involved multiple Brookfield police officers with weapons drawn. Video shows a passenger hands out the window in compliance. When Brookfield contacted MPD, MPD said they no longer needed the car or its occupants, meaning the alert should have already been cleared. MPD says this was not a flock technology malfunction. It was a personnel error. Staff failed to remove the wanted vehicle alert from the flock system after the investigation no longer needed that car. Brookfield Police Chief Christopher Garcia says his officers' actions were consistent with the information they had, meaning nobody at Brookfield PD is being held responsible. The failure point was entirely on the Milwaukee side. Newell described the lasting trauma. I haven't been asleep since this has happened. Every time I close my eyes, all I can see is guns. She said both. And she and her daughter are now scared to drive her car. I will be too. This isn't isolated. Right. 2 Milwaukee PD officers have separately faced legal trouble this year for misusing flock access, including one case where an officer used the system to track a woman he was romantically involved with. Man.
That's insane.
That's insane.
Wild.
That's
like
insane.
We talk about all the time how like we have these anxieties being pulled over. Can you imagine being a woman and being pulled over twice in 1 week with guns drawn?
With guns.
Like, bro, what? Like, and then like they kind of like brush it off like oopsie daisy, but we know all too well how like situations escalate so easily when it comes to like Black and brown communities, even when somebody isn't in the wrong. So like one false move, like even though she actually didn't do anything wrong, it could have ended her life. Like that's not like just a oops, we messed up, sorry, a clerical error. Like, first of all, what? Excuse me?
Right. Just said we don't got nothing to do with that. Milwaukee PD should have took you off the list.
But why was she even on the list? I'm like wondering, how does that happen? And then it makes me wonder too, like with all these misuse of like flock technology, like if somebody just don't like you at the police department, they could just really make your life hard.
Right.
Oopsie. Press the button, wanted for murder. Oopsie daisy, wrong person.
Man.
He was already stalking his ex, that other man. They could do plenty. And then it begs the question, all this stuff happening, they can't find missing children, they can't find this and that, but they busy using the flock cameras to harass their girlfriend.
Plot twist, they can't find them because they're the one that's taking them.
Ooh. Said they can't find them because he said they can't find them because they the ones that taking them.
Clock that T.
Man, I don't know, man. Robert Land said, "You saw." Hey, I say "man" a lot, so y'all gonna be intoxicated on y'all lunch break if y'all play that game. Don't do that. I'll be on here like man.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests of this.
He said, "Take a shot."
Jazz said it's flock harassment. That's what it is. Look, man, you were supposed to add a man.
Man. It's like y'all at like 15 shots already today. That's not a game I recommend y'all play.
Shooter, that ain't gonna even get me nowhere. Look.
So 15 shots ain't gonna get you nowhere, Shannon? Is that what you just said?
I said I got a little no, oh my God. I said I have a shooter in my possession. I was like,
why?
15 shots.
Why do you have a shooter in your possession?
In my studio, I like to keep it comfy. I got liquor, I got water, I got snacks. I got it all. I got a little TV right here. I gotta give y'all a little room tour one day. My mini fridge is equipped, okay?
Man, I did hear.
Look, y'all talking about playing the game, and look who ready, who prepared. Y'all ain't got shots over there.
I did hear Sherwin had not a whole show, but it was a show where they was on here taking some shots. Was you around for that, Brother Z?
No, you can't drink on the air. That's against the FCC rules.
Oh, okay. Maybe it wasn't on air.
No, what Sherwin was saying is that he was kicking it at the Third Street Market Hall once during a different time frame. The host that was on air made him come in the studio not knowing he was already partaking in libations. So he came on the air already feeling comfortable.
You see how that works? When somebody say something that ain't right and then somebody come through with the actual facts, you just let the facts ride.
You listen.
You feel what I'm saying? You don't just say goofy stuff.
Don't judge.
You feel what I'm saying?
Just to win the argument.
I wasn't there. Right? Just to prove a point or to hate on somebody.
It's like, no, I want to win this. Like, no, I'm open to intelligent conversation and rebuttals. But
So, moving right along. Speaking of flock, right? Like we said, we had a guest on Eagles Sports Range. Well, they said to hell with these cameras. To hell with flock. They got a camera. They said we taking them out. We don't care what the contract says. We removing the flock cameras. So they took it out, and they said flock refused to take the cameras out because they asked them to remove it at first, and flock was like, no, citing this contractual obligations to keep them installed. So August 8th, the range took matters into their own hands. Staff went up on a ladder and physically removed all 3 cameras themselves and posted it on social media. General Manager Jabbar, said plainly, we don't really care about a contract. We care more about the privacy of our customers and everyone else who comes onto the property. He said the range will deal with flock and the contract on our own time. So they said, notably, the cameras had only been used once in 2 years to actually help an investigation, a stolen firearm case from the range's parking lot. It's a thin track record relative to the privacy concerns raised. So, Eagle is like, nah, we don't care what the contracts say. We taking it out. Yeah. And I can understand that, though. If you just violating people's privacy, taking,
for sure,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
or it's becoming more of a headache for people, like where people are gaining this huge distrust for the system. It makes sense because, like, I saw somewhere where he was saying that they got the cameras because they were like, oh, okay, this should help with safety. It should help the public. It should help us feel more safe and, and protect us. But when you see all these stories about how people can't even trust these systems and how they're being used with ill intent, it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze,
Right.
And they decided it ain't. They got on them ladders. They did right. They did right by their customers. Down. I respect it. They said they taking it down.
Well, that's what the flock was going on with that.
Bruh.
We got time to slide into this next segment, or we need to go to break? All right. Don't go anywhere, y'all. You are listening to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. This is Ray Nitty and maybe Shannon, alongside DJ Brother Z holding us down on the production and sound. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the-right-seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
I want the big one. 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 I want the big one.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, we punched in on the lunch break right now. Hey, this is Ray Nitty. Maybe Shannon, DJ Brother Z holding us down with the production and sound, man. 833-212-1017. That's the number to call, man. Tomorrow is election day. Tomorrow is election day. You see what I got on? Y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is, man. Tomorrow is election day. Tomorrow, August 11th. Like I said, y'all, I think the race has been between two people. It should have been between two people the whole time. I got my thoughts on the whole Democratic Party and everything, a lot of the things that they're doing now and so forth. I think tomorrow a lot of people are going to be surprised with either outcome. I think tomorrow is going to be a surprise for folks. And I've made the case. Everybody keep talking, not everybody, a few selected people keep talking this Francesca Hong stuff, and I asked y'all. People ask me all the time, Shannon, what has Crowley done? Then I show them. Then I ask, what has Francesca done? They can't show me. They tell me to go research it, which I find very disrespectful. You want me to answer about the person I'm supporting, but when I ask you about the person you supporting, you can't tell me what they did.
Google it.
So that's what I did. I went and Googled what she did. In 6 years, she has gotten one bill successfully through the assembly. Bruh. In 6 years, out of 248 tries. So stop it. She's not working right now. She just in there sitting down. Nothing is getting done. One bill got passed in 6 years. And now we've already made the case, it was a Republican-led assembly and so forth. Crowley in the same Republican-led assembly with 10 more Republicans than she had got 4 times the work done in half the years. So stop it. All right? All right? Young Money, can you tell me, Young Money in the chat, tell me what Francesca Hong has done. You can't, because she ain't did nothing. I already looked. All right? I could give you a list of everything County Executive David Crowley did. I could give you a list. I gave y'all the list. All right? And let's talk about this establishment thing, right? And people was knocking him. People was like, oh, you knocking this person without blah, blah, blah. And but you knocking somebody who has done the most out of all the candidates to actually get things done. If you just don't like somebody, say you don't like them. But don't lie and act like this ain't the most qualified, the most established candidate in the race. They can't act like he's not. He's done literally 100 times more work than anybody in the race. And then we talking flip-flop. I'm tired of I had to turn my comments off. No, don't tell me what she supports. Tell me what she's done in 6 years. Nothing. Because you could tell me what you're going to do over and over and over again. But when I see that all of these things that you support, you have not gotten it done yet in 6 years, not even a hearing. Not even a hearing. So how is this person going to all of a sudden be governor and now all of a sudden these policies go through? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And then you say, I tell you what she supports. Medicare for all, being the main one. Don't look past, don't look to the past, look toward the future.
You can support things. I support a whole lot of things and I have a lot of dreams and visions, but you have to also be realistic about what's going to happen and what's been getting done.
100%. And that's a BS excuse. Don't look to the past, look towards the future. I thought the saying was, your past tells you where you going in the future. And the past says she ain't going no damn where. That's what the future says. I ain't talking about things I'm making up. I ain't talking about things people said. I'm talking about work actually done. Work actually completed. You don't give people a raise for not completing a job or getting a job done. Moving on.
Or just having the dream to do a job.
Moving on.
Like, oh, well, I have support. I support this. Okay, raise.
So I want to talk about the whole establishment thing, right? I want to talk about the whole establishment thing. Because Crowley said, he takes it as a slur. And people said, oh, he takes it as a racial slur. That's not what he said. He never said he took it as a racial slur. But he says he takes it as a slur. And what people fail to realize, so once again, shouts out to Brother Kyle Wallace. Shouts out to Brother Kyle Wallace for being very passionate about County Executive David Crowley. But then I had to understand, like, where is this coming from? Because I looked at the podcast. He had a bunch of people on there. I didn't hear no questions. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed that part. But I didn't hear no questions about what are these folks going to do for black families in the worst state to raise black families in. But it's all this energy about establishment this, establishment that, establishment this. Oh, he is this, he is that, he is. What you mad at, bro? And come to find out, this was on Truth website, by the way. This ain't nothing I heard. This is on Truth website. He had an issue.
With the fact.
He took an issue with bro about something with a boat slip. Something about it happened at the boat dock. And I'm still waiting to hear the full story of what really happened. Because it is one. But we get so passionate and loud. And what people forget, right? People leave out. Like, yeah, the word establishment is not a slur. But stop acting blind like you don't see all the bigotry that follows the word establishment. So much so, Brother Z Shannon had to delete some of the racist bigotry out of the comments. When people say, oh, the establishment puppet, the establishment coon, the Miss Cat, just lap dog, whoever cat is, I don't know if it's a woman or a dude. Lap dog. Mm-hmm. We ignore all the bigotry that follows the word establishment and just hold on to the establishment. And I take problem with that. Because it's happening to me. Oh, you one of those coons. Shut the hell up. You BA coon. Sitting on massa's lap, establishment puppet sitting on massa's lap. Yeah, that's when it becomes real slurry. And we can act like we don't see it. You can act blind as if you don't see it. Right, Shannon? My bad, Shannon. What'd you say?
No, I just said, but they're dog whistles. You know exactly what people are meaning and what they want to say.
Exactly. He said it's not coming from truth, not emotional friendship. Mr. I was voting for Crowley, even if he dropped out. Mr. I don't even know what you're talking about, Guru. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was still on the ballot if you were listening, Guru.
Bruh. Exactly.
Dumb.
But Guru know it's love.
Keep up.
Guru know it's love. And he also know Francesca ain't got nothing done in 6 years. Let's talk about that. Everybody got all the flip-flopping. Y'all had all this flip-flopping stuff to say. Now she don't want to abolish the Senate. Now Thanksgiving is her favorite holiday. Now,
don't defund the police, because that's what she was saying at first too, right?
I'll give you that, Young Money. I'll give you that. If establishments were doing their job, they wouldn't be facing it. I'll give you that. 100%. 100% I agree with you. But agree with me with the fact that the person you talking about has been ineffective for 6 years. Agree with me with the fact that in 6 years, one bill out of 248 in 6 years. If the black man, friend or foe or not, was running for office and he only got one thing done in 6 years, the conversation would be different.
That's a fact.
So yeah, when you go on your rants, and want to throw this establishment around, yeah, the word establishment ain't the problem. It's everything that follows it. And when you ignore what follows it, you part of the problem. So to act like y'all ain't see, we posted it on here, me being called a coon for asking a simple question. Here we go. Guru, my point exactly. Come on now. We got potholes the size of Grand Canyons. That's a city problem. Understand the difference between city government and county government. Potholes is a city problem. That is the mayor. We'll be back after these messages.
Join the Milton House Museum for an extraordinary celebration of history, heritage, and freedom on September 26th at 7 p.m. at Janesville Performing Arts Center. This special evening features Grammy Award-winning Fisk Jubilee singers from Nashville, a legendary ensemble having preserved the powerful legacy of African-American spirituals, carrying songs of faith, resilience, and hope to audiences around the world. Opening the evening is the dynamic Kofi Dance Company. Don't miss this unforgettable evening supporting the Milton House Museum. Tickets available at miltonhouse.org.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. pregame to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Milwaukee Black Talk lives here on 101.7 FM and 1510 AM, W269DL Milwaukee, and WGKB Waukesha.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth with Ray Nitty, Maybe Shannon, DJ Brother Z holding us down with the production and sound. This is hour 2 with the Lunch Break crew. We talking about the election. We talking about the difference between city government and county government. And Guru, you don't just get off the list. You don't just get to skate by say, oh, the mayor and the county exec holds hands on everything. No, that's not true. They don't hold hands on everything. I'm not going to sit here and let you just say that, Guru. You know better. And you pushing the narrative, all of that establishment, massa, all of that exactly. Thank you for proving my point. Shannon, we got Jordan Roman, who's going to be my
Jordan.
Hi, Shannon.
He's going
Maybe
to be
Shannon.
my next assembly representative, man. Jordan, how you doing, boss?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. A little bit tired, but all's good, man. Trying to get these last 24 to 36 hours and just feeling good.
You've been working hard, man.
Got to.
You've been working hard. I had family members that was like, Ray, you know this guy? He knocked on our door. Then I had somebody else, Ray, you know this? I'm like, yeah, that's a homie. Tell him knock on my door. Then he put a sign out. He put a sign out there for me, man. So it was good to see a familiar face.
Yeah.
Somebody I know give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody I know actually is authentic about the process. You gave me so much game when I ran for office. So I'm like, oh shoot, this brother doing this. I'm like, we behind that. So man, tell the people, the district you running for. I know we shared it earlier, but give some people of the landscape that you're running in.
Yep. Well, first and foremost, thank you, Ray and maybe Shannon, for allowing me to come on the show. It's a great honor. I've been tuning in, listening to you guys since you started, since the changeover over The Truth. You guys are doing some phenomenal work. And at first I was like, what's this song going to look and sound like? I was like, that's Ray Nitty over there.
Right.
So it's going to be, if anything, it's going to be fun. It's going to be informative. And it's going to be all good. But I'm Jordan Roman. If you guys don't know me, I'm running for state assembly in the 12th Assembly District, which is the northwest side of Milwaukee, which is basically the parameters of Capitol, 76 and up from Capitol to County Line Road, all the way to Menominee Falls, staggering up in between there. It's the far northwest side of town. We have a lot of issues, obviously, over there, a lot of lacking investment that we need to really do, housing issues, food deserts and all stuff. So it really encompasses a lot of the problems that we see in Milwaukee as a whole. But on the other side, there's a lot of potential. And what I think is there has been a lack of representation, at least from the state level, to really come up and advocate for that area, to really talk to the people, be present, be visible in their community, showing up and showing them that they have somebody who actually cares, to your point, about their lives, about their families' lives, about their future, who's going to actually work for them versus trying to do things for myself. So I'm excited, man. This is my first time running for office. I've been behind the scenes for a while. As you said, I helped you a little bit strategy on your run for alderman a couple times in there, just like laying out like strategy-wise of what works and what doesn't work. So I remember those days and did some doors for you a couple times. So it was an honor to see you. Honestly, when you ran, I was like, if Ray can run, man, with all he's doing, his busy life and the notoriety he has, there's no reason for other people, like-minded people who really want to do the work and who feel like they can do the work to step in. So there's no excuse. Lastly, on this point, I just wanted to say I wouldn't be running for this role if I didn't feel like I could make a difference. I could be doing a lot of different things, but I felt a calling. And again, I wasn't looking to do this. This is kind of something that through conversations and through a lot of prayer, I was led to this. And now that I'm in it, it's feeling really good. And I'm hoping to win tomorrow.
You got it, bro. I know my block got you.
Yeah.
I know my block got you. A couple of the neighbors came up and asked, like, who's the Jordan Roman guy? I like, That's who we need.
Yep.
I'm not saying nobody else's name, but I just felt that was very ineffective, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I refuse to say names of people I ain't supporting. So
I agree.
That the views, hit the button. The views and opinions expressed on this show is the views and opinions of Ray and Shannon only, not the views and opinions of Truth or Milwaukee Black media. So as we continue, just make sure we got that out the way. Shannon, I know you got some questions as well.
Fire away. Hi, Shannon. You're looking really nice over there too. By the way, I see you on the screen.
All right now.
Shannon get all the compliments, dog. I shaved my face today, all kinds of stuff. I ain't like, dang.
I said, hold on, man. So, speaking of issues in the community, what specific issues are important to you?
So I can answer that a couple different ways. What's important to me, obviously, is making sure that our community has what they need as far as quality education, their kids having access to the best schools no matter where they go, no matter where they live. We have to do something about the reading crisis here. If I remember the numbers right, it's about 86% of our kids are not reading on a proficient reading level. So that's a crisis to me, and that means that decisions are purposely not being made on the statewide as far as investment to make sure that our kids have the success they need in the schools. Economic opportunity over on the Northwest side, we are lacking investment. It's around housing, around economic opportunities, around anchor job sites, a lot of different things in that area, which used to be a very prominent area with Northridge, and there was a Target over there before, and the restaurant. So there's been a lack of investment in that area. And I think that it requires, again, leadership that's really going to advocate for bringing some incentives or some investment back into that area. And then public safety has been a major issue over in that district. Our constituents or the people of the community over there is a lot of diversity, there's a lot of elders, a lot of veterans who are just saying, hey, we don't feel safe in our streets anymore. There's a lot of crime, all the reckless driving, all these different things. So we have to address that. And one of the things I've been saying to address that is we have to start working collaboratively with our grassroots organizations and our local law enforcement to build transparency and trust, to make sure that when things do pop off, because they will pop off, as we know, we have the system and the structure in place around mentorships from our elders and our veterans. What I would like to see is a collaborative initiative where we are bringing our youth around our seniors and our elders and our veterans so we can start bringing that mentorship and guidance back. And then obviously attacking things like mental health, getting some youth divergent programs out there to get our kids off the street so they have something constructive to do. So there's a gamut of issues. Again, in the Northwest side is a microcosm of overall Milwaukee that we have to address. But I think first it starts with having somebody who, again, actually cares, who's showing up, who's present, who's interacting and engaging with the communities, hearing what they want to hear, and then doing the things on the state level that's going to help move the city forward.
Man, that was
Definitely.
I got a test, Shannon.
Oh,
I got a test for Brother Ro. Yep, I got a test. And
okay.
Watch my point get proved. Watch my point get proved. You running for assembly, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wisconsin, Brother Roman, and this is very impromptu, and I'm willing to bet $100 this test is passed. Wisconsin is one of the worst places to raise black families.
Yeah, and then one of the best places to raise white families. Like, that dichotomy is crazy. Is that where you were going?
You need $100, Ray?
I don't even need to. He passed the test. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
This next question. This is a 2-part question, right? You finished the first part. What is your plan for black families in Milwaukee?
Look, so I'm a policy analyst by trade. So I this is my first time in politics, and I hate to give you the gotcha answers like, oh, we need to fix education. Okay. The policy side of me is like, well, how do you fix education? Blah, blah, blah. Like, there's like a lot of drop downs and things like that. But my plan really is around these different things. Everything to me starts with fixing poverty and segregation in this city. That
hit the button, please.
That stems from everything.
Hit it again, please. Hit it again, please. Again, please.
Yeah, so we have institutionally and structurally ignored the problem of poverty within this city, and it's not specific to Milwaukee. It's pretty much every urban city in America. But in Milwaukee, we have strategically and intentionally disinvested in abating poverty in the city. So what we first have to do is, what's the question? How do you fix poverty, right? The first thing is around education. We have to educate our kids, which means we have to create a quality educational system, take the public and the charters and all that stuff out of the discussion for a minute. Let's fix the educational system. Let's reform education to make sure no matter
Hit
where
the button, please. Do you see what I'm
Man.
saying, right? Somebody who's way
This
more.
was impromptu.
I'm just the entertainer. This is somebody who's done political strategy.
Yeah.
And he didn't lead with, oh, we need to fully fund public schools. No. He said we need to reform
the whole school system.
first.
Yes.
Continue, Jordan.
So
Thanks.
and
that's why I'm voting for Jordan Roman.
Vote for Jordan. But it takes that. So you can't eliminate poverty unless you educate the masses of people. And if majority of our kids are going to a public school system, that means we have to invest more resources. And I do agree to your point. I am going to say we do need to fully fund our public schools, but the question has to be, how do we do that and what does that look like, right? So we have to reform the entire educational system, and we have to acknowledge that our kids are lacking in reading and math. So we have to do something that's going to boost that overall up, because then that's going to lead to better labor market opportunities, right? If we educate our system or our youth and our communities, then they're going to be more marketable for jobs out there. And when people talk about in Milwaukee, we have this deficit of job availability because we don't have the skill sets. Why aren't we aligning the educational system with the jobs of today and tomorrow and making sure that our kids have access to learn the different things that are going to be prepared for the jobs of today and tomorrow? Like, that's a system to me, right? And if we do that, then we talk about the after effects of that. If you educate your community and you get them jobs and you get them prepared for jobs, then we could start talking about home ownership. Then we could start talking about economic and opportunities in small business and entrepreneurship. Then we could start talking about emerging developers coming in and bringing more economic development to those areas. So everything works together. And what I hate about politics is that we do these one-liners and these through lines, and we think that one issue is going to fix everything. No, we have to fix poverty. We have to fix education. We have to stabilize the community with housing. We have to get anchor jobs into these communities to get people to have jobs, to do those different things. And I look at it when I'm really looking at across the county. When we look at Eau Claire and West Allis and Oak Creek and all those different things, what's common about those different areas is that each one of them has one or two or even three anchor jobs there. And they're not these high, you're not going to make $200,000. These are middle class, working class jobs, and they're providing incentives and they're providing skills for those communities to have those jobs. So to me, I say that is intentional investment in those areas, which is not happening here in Milwaukee as on a scale that it needs to happen. So as a state legislature, what I want to do is build those relationships and advocate for educating our kids, bringing these job corps back into our communities, getting our workforce prepared for tomorrow and today, but tomorrow, and thinking about the future of what the city of Milwaukee is going to look like. And we have to prepare our kids. And then lastly, to bring it all real circle, then that eliminates public safety issues. That eliminates the kids and young adults in the streets not having anything to do, right? That eliminates all the byproducts of the things. So we have to look at strategic investment in these core areas, poverty and education first. Then we look at jobs, then we look at public safety, then we look at the mental health crisis, then all these different things, and everything works together. And as a policy analyst, I think that's what I bring to the legislature, someone who has good knowledge of what the whole system looks like versus just saying, hey, we need to fully fund our public schools.
Can we get like a round of applause or something for that?
Seriously.
I love when somebody comes and articulates the thing that I've been preaching in such a way that it's easily palatable for people to understand. Because sometimes I get passionate, bro, and I say it the way the entertainer would say it. You feel me? And sometimes it goes over people's heads, but we talking about Jordan Roman here. I know we don't want to take away from that, but make sure y'all vote for bro. I'm actually going to knock on my neighbor's doors again for you, bro, and make sure we get the word out some more. But I think the thing that stood out the most to me when I asked that question, and I've asked numerous people this question, that support other candidates.
Mm-hmm.
And, I get all the tagline responses. The first thing you said, and I feel like this should have been everybody's first response. The first thing you said is poverty.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start listening to all the byproducts that came of it. How do we address poverty? Because what good is fully funding the MPS if the family's poor and the kids ain't even thinking about leaving the household?
Yeah. And that's the issue, Look, I'm fortunate. I grew up in a family, very supportive. I had a good, stable family. We didn't lack. We wasn't rich at all, but we didn't lack for some of the basic needs. But the reality is a lot of our kids don't do that. So when you're talking about funding an education system, again, which we need to do, I'm not saying we don't need to do that, but you have to look at our kids are coming into these schools hungry. They are dealing with trauma, mental health issues, stuff that's happening at home. There's a lot of stuff that's happening at home that our kids are going through. So no matter if you put them in the best school ever, whatever created, you can put them in the best private school you want to, in the best MPS school you want to, but if they're still going home and they're dealing with trauma and poverty and some of those different things, then that's not going to create stability in that person and that young child, and that kid is not going to be able to focus in school. So yes, we need to do all those different things, but we have to address what's keeping the attention, what's keeping our kids from not being able to perform at the level they're performing with. And to me, again, I believe it starts with poverty again, and then not intentionally stabilizing the communities to where we need it to go.
Don't go anywhere, you all. This is the lunch break with Ray Nitty, maybe Shannon, and we got Jordan Roman on live with us. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Don't go anywhere. Educators Credit Union is more than a place to manage your money. They're where your financial possibilities take shape. They're more than transactions. They're conversations about your financial goals. More than numbers, they're community advocates who support free, local events that are accessible to all. They foster community because we are stronger together. Educators Credit Union is people helping people. Become a member at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Our leaders need to stand up to Trump and Tom Tiffany, but Francesca Hong's record is a distraction we can't afford. Bizarre rants against holidays, from Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day, calls to defund the police, voting against protecting kids from sexual predators. We can't trust Francesca Hong to defend the progress we've built in Wisconsin. Call Francesca Hong at 608-266-5342 to say her record hurts us. Paid for by Wisconsin Future Rising.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
Hey, make sure you get out here and vote. This election ain't no joke. I'm just here to let you know. Make sure you get out here and vote. For real. Make sure you get out here and vote. This election ain't a joke.
What up, y'all? Welcome back. This is the lunch break with Ray Nitty, maybe Shannon. DJ Brother Z holding us down with the production and sound. Shouts out to the chat, man. The chat is very active today. Somebody said, look how if Francesca win, Crowley will support her if he loses because Tom Tiffany the real problem. No. She don't want no establishment support. Why would she want? She shouldn't accept this. Why would she want this establishment supporting her, Guru? Why y'all want this? She got it. She got it, right?
I feel this is going.
She got it. What she need the establishment for?
Yeah.
Why would he get behind her? The establishment was so bad. Everybody hate the establishment till it's their time to get in line.
Yeah, until it's time to become the establishment. Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I respectfully, you know what? I'm gonna leave bro out of this. He out the race. I ain't even gonna. But I will say the same establishment was pushing to get bro over the line against Ron Johnson.
You feel me knocking?
I feel you.
Well, let me in.
Cool. But we ain't talking about them. We talking about Jordan Roman, who's bringing a lot of great energy and ideas to the 12th Assembly, correct? Yeah. Shannon, you got some more questions. Go ahead before I get the doing too much.
So I think we've heard a lot about like what makes you different, but I want to hear from you. What do you think makes you different from the others running?
So thank you for the question. So I'm only running against, so I'm challenging the incumbent. We're not going to say the name because we want people to vote for and know the name Jordan Roman. But there's 3 core areas that I feel differentiates me from him. The first one is this person has been in this office now for a couple of years, has been in a county supervisor, so has some experience. But what stands out the most is, which is one of the reasons why I ran, this person has not been active in the community. He hasn't built the relationships. He hasn't been visible. When I'm knocking on doors, people don't know his name. And for somebody who's been in public office for 6, 7, 8 years and people don't know your name, that tells me that you haven't done the legwork to get out in the community to make yourself known, to build those relationships with the organizations. Like I'm building relationships with the grassroots organizations, with the local police department. He does know the police department, so we're not gonna get into that. But building on the ground with the community and building those relationships so that people know me and know that I care, and that I'm working on their behalf. The second issue really is around like authenticity. I'm a Democrat. And I tell people that nothing against Republicans. That's not my politics. But I am a progressive Democrat, which means that I believe in moving things forward. And I stand on that. And what I've learned early on was this particular person who is in that office changed his affiliation from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party to run for that seat in the first place. Which means that he is not being true to his core convictions of who he is and representing something falsely to the community. And if you're going to do that, stand in it. If you're going to be a conservative Democrat or just a conservative at all, then by all means, put that out there and be honest with your people so that they can make a decision that they think is going to reflect them. And he hasn't done that, and I don't think he's done that at all. So that second piece is I bring true progressive. Even let's take Democrat and Republican out of it because I'm a millennial and I really don't subscribe to party politics because in my estimation, both parties have contributed to where we are nationally and locally. And we get into the conversation around Republicans have been in control. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So there's only so much the Democratic Party could do. But that said, I believe that we need to challenge the status quo on both sides of the political aisle because they both could contribute to where we are right now. Right. So real, authentic, courageous, bold leadership from somebody who's going to be not only present, but it's going to challenge the Democratic Party to become more progressive in what they're doing and move the state forward. And then the last thing, and I kind of alluded to it, was I've spent my career building relationships in my career. I didn't do a rundown of my career yet. If I have time, I will in a little bit. But my career has been around executive and nonprofit leadership, building the coalitions on the community level with the leaders in the community, with the grassroots organizations, building those coalitions to talk about innovative solutions to issues around housing, around healthcare, around education, all those different things that are in my platform. I have experience doing that. You know what? I am going to run down my experience.
Come on, man.
Just cause, right?
Pop your stuff, man. Come on, man.
Because I feel like people get into politics and they want these seats, but they don't come in with, the experience needed to actually do the job, right? Like I hate campaigning. I'm just going to say it. I'm not supposed to say that. But what I'm looking forward to is legislating and doing the actual work of legislating, right? And I think a lot of politicians are adverse. In that reverse, they like the campaigning but don't really like the job, right? So what I want to Dang, I lost that train of thought that fast. Oh, my career. So my experience has not been in politics. So real quick. So after grad school, and even grad school, public policy and public administration, that's what I studied, right? So right there, I'm trained as a policy analyst, and my job, literally my first job after grad school, was in the health department as a policy analyst for the public health department, right? So looking at the Affordable Care Act and dumbing it down, for lack of a better words, and saying organizations, if you're going to apply and buy into this program, here's what you can and can't do, and here's how it impact your organizations. That was my first job out of grad school. Then I went to Wisconsin Community Services, started out as a representative payee, moved up every ladder, ultimately becoming the supervisor of financial services. So I dealt with Title 19, Title 9, Title 19, entitlement benefit entitlements, right? Money management, med management, all that different stuff. Then I went into corporate insurance for 7 years, and I ultimately became the senior director of operations, right? And then in 2020, going through a lot of stuff personally, left my cushy corporate senior director of operations job, and like, I just can't do this right now. So I got an opportunity to start consulting. And my first consulting job or gig was with the Greater Milwaukee Urban League, for which I was the president a couple years before that, the Greater Milwaukee Urban League Young Professionals. So I got an opportunity to consult there with the team of other organizers to build the Reclaim the Vote program, which, if you remember, in 2020, we registered over 250,000 people in the city of Milwaukee, and we won that election for Joe Biden. I like to say I was a part of that core team with the Greater Milwaukee Urban League who got the community out and registered to vote so that we can win that election that year. And from that experience, I got all kind of opportunities to do other different things. I worked with P3 Development. Shout out to Janine Edwards and Dominique Samari. P3 Development, I was a junior consultant. They taught me the whole game to the point that I started my own consulting firm. So I got into strategic planning, racial equity work, a lot of different things, board operational stuff, like a lot of different things. Then I left there and I went to Common Bond Community, which is a housing organization. I was a director of outreach and community engagement and fundraising. So I learned how to fundraise, which helps here, but I also learned about community engagement and helping the community raise money and awareness around affordable housing. And then I became the area director for the Boys and Girls Club. So now I have youth development experience from an operational standpoint. And then my most recent job has been as the chief operating officer for Educate Wisconsin, which is a behavioral health organization here in Milwaukee, right? So I say that to say, politics aside, I have executive, nonprofit, corporate experience, again, building these coalitions and working, making decisions that are going to bring solution to our communities. And I bring all that experience to someone who I feel will be a fantastic, for me to my horn, a fantastic legislator for the times that we're in now. And so whoever wins the governorship, they're going to need legislators who are advocating and working on their behalf or working to push a progressive agenda forward. And we need people who have that experience to do that inside of politics and outside of politics.
Hey, man, I just got to read some stuff from the chat, man. The people love you, man. Kat said, correct, Jordan. Kat said, how refreshing, very impressive. Good luck on your election win.
Thank you, Kat.
Young Money said, he talking that talk. And these people they being nice to you. That was just on my case, so I know it's authentic.
That's because I'm new. I haven't said anything crazy yet.
One thing our truth family gonna do is they ain't gonna just agree with me because I'm on the mic. You feel me? So for them to say that, I know they really picking up what you putting down. So Kat and Young Money, I appreciate y'all sending them that energy. Shannon, I know you got another question for him.
Yeah, for sure. So I wanted to know what other things on the ballot should people be paying attention to?
That's a great question.
For the ballot coming up tomorrow, so we have obviously our governor's race. So I'm not making any endorsements right here other than saying that I'm going to go with who I feel is the most qualified of all the candidates. And I believe there's really only one person who has the most qualifications running a governing body at this time. There's a lot of stuff on, honestly, there's a lot of stuff. Supervisors, a lot of legislators. You know what? I have been so inundated with my own campaign, and I did take a glance at that long ass. Can we cuss that long ass ballot? I honestly don't know what else is on there, but there's a lot of stuff on there, and I could pull it up on my vote and get you there. But there's a lot, and if you go to myvote.org @ms.gov, you can actually pull a sample ballot to see everything that's on your ballot. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know everything that's on there. There's a lot of stuff on there for this election. But for the following election in November, what I really want to do is people that have to start paying attention to the referendum around the making DEI initiatives unconstitutional.
Oh, that's in November.
That's in November. That's not going to be on this upcoming election.
Okay,
no.
Appreciate that clarification.
That's not going to be in that on this coming up tomorrow, but we need to start focusing our attention on what that actually means for our community. If they make it unconstitutional in the state of Wisconsin for us to not have any programs that are going to work on behalf of impacted communities around racial discrimination, historic racial discrimination, then we're going to be a lot worse than we are. So we have to start paying attention to that. We have to be ready to combat that because, if Sherwin Hughes would say, we live in a 80% white state, right? And we don't know how that's going to vote, but there's a high propensity that because of the way it's worded too, that people might be who might vote for that, not knowing what it really means, which is a negative impact on populations, communities of color here in Wisconsin. So we have to be aware of that.
Brother Guru said, keep fighting the good fight, Mr. Roman.
Thank you, Brother Guru.
He also asked.
What do you ask?
I ain't even go.
What do you ask?
Let's
do it. Let's do it.
I don't think. Nah, don't. You can't fall for.
Okay.
Guru
I'm
mess,
not. I'm gonna listen
Guru
to
be setting people up. Nah.
Damn it, Guru.
I ain't even go make you.
I'm having fun
because you might disappoint him too much. You might disappoint him too much. He gonna switch on you, start calling you establishment or something like that. So, but no, man, we definitely love the energy that Brother Jordan Roman is bringing, and I could personally attest. I know people don't care what the entertainer says, but I actually live in the district, and I have seen him. My family has seen him. Neighbors have seen him numerous times, and I haven't seen the incumbent once, not even when the incumbent first ran. So as that's just me being 100% honest. Guru, I'm telling you, this ain't the truth you want. Your feelings gonna be hurt, Guru. It ain't your person. It ain't your person you think it is. But don't go anywhere, y'all. This is Truth 1017 on you with Ray Nitty and maybe Shannon.
Don't go anywhere. Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, can you still afford to keep your lights on? Bills are up, shut-off notices are up. People are choosing between the electric bill and groceries. And now, We Energies wants to build giant data centers and then send the bill to us. Low-income, moderate-income families and renters, seniors on fixed income. If you're against paying for someone else's power, if you want the power, you pay for the power. Tell the Public Service Commission. Comment now or come speak at Marquette the first week of September. Go to walnutway.org.
Milwaukee, your weekdays have a new rhythm. Start your mornings with conversations that matter.
Again, I'm the legendary Homer Blow along with my girl,
Bailey Coleman. Truth in the Morning with Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. Then keep it locked with the voice of the community.
And the more you know and the more skills you have, the more training you have, the better off your community is.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, 9 a.m. to noon. Lunch is on us. Turning up your midday vibe.
It's your boy Ray Nitty and my co-host Maybe Shannon.
It's the lunch break with Ray Nitty and Maybe Shannon, noon to 2 p.m. And don't stop there. Keep the conversation going with The Grapevine with Manan Sabir.
That's right, I'm your host, Manan Sabir.
Bringing the stories and voices you need to hear, 2 to 4 p.m. Then we're closing out your day with energy. Lots of it.
It's your girl, Jazz Tyler. We are live and direct.
Tap in with Jazz Tyler every afternoon, 4 to 7 p.m. Your home for Milwaukee conversations. The award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Too hard for the radio. Too hard for the radio. Yeah, too hard for the radio. Too hard for the radio.
What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the award-winning 103.7 The Truth. This is a lunch break with Ray Nitty and maybe Shannon. Brother Z looking at me like, what the hell was that, Ray? I know. It's a remix. Shannon, I got something on the menu today real quick. Looking to discover and support local business in our community? Then make sure you tune in every Friday at 8 a.m. to Truth in the Morning with Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman for What the Business Is. Powered by We Energies. Each week you'll hear from local business owners as they share what their business is and where they're located and one valuable lesson they've learned along the way. We Energies is proud to help power local businesses and the communities they serve. Don't miss What the Business Is every Friday at 8 a.m. only on Truth in the Morning with Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman. Powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Shouts out to Jordan Roman. He powering local communities forward.
Yo, yo.
No, that's right.
Straight up.
Thank you, Shannon. Maybe Shannon.
Thank you.
Man. Jordan,
yes, sir.
What you want to share with the people? The floor is yours, man. What you want to share?
What I want to share? Well, obviously, I want to share, if you live in the 12th district, between those parameters again, above 76th Street, basically, and then and the top end of Brown Deer. So if you are on 60th and Brown Deer, between County and Dean Road and up, between that and then Capitol County Road all the way to Miami Falls, please get out and vote. Check out my webpage if you like what you're hearing, what I'm saying right here. Most of this is in my platform at roman4wi.com. You can check me out. You can sign up to knock on some doors with me to the rest of today or tomorrow, getting people out to vote. But I need you guys to get out and vote. And then another thing is tomorrow, since we're making an announcement, I'll be having or hosting a primary night watch party at the Riley's Lounge on 80th and Capitol. Okay. So shout out to Derek Riley and those guys. My uncle over there owns the bar, so we'll be there. Hanging out there after. I probably won't be out there until like 7:38 because I'll be indoors all day getting people out. Mm-hmm. We'll do that. And then I also want to shout out I'm just one of many candidates that are running for this office right now, state assembly, across the city of Milwaukee, across the state. There are some phenomenal candidates running for state assembly right now. You guys just had LaWanda Chambers on your show, I think last week. Mm-hmm. She is super dope. A mental health professional. She's really committed. Her and I just had a conversation. We talk regularly. Like, we out here working. We already talking about how we gonna come in and flip the script on everybody and start to get the party moving. But there's a lot of other candidates in the state assembly that we need to start talking about, and it gets overlooked in this election because obviously who are our next governors around the vision and their strategy for moving the state is very, very important. But they can't move any of their agenda without a legislature that's going to help them move those bills. Yeah, the governor, if you guys don't know, doesn't create the law. He or she creates a vision, and they create the overall strategy. But the legislature, the state assembly in the state of Wisconsin, is who creates those laws and is responsible for the allocation of resources. So you have to have progressive. And again, when I say progressive, I'm not saying Democrat, Republican. I'm saying progressive as in wanting to move the city and the state forward. We're progressing. Conservative of me is retaining something that's old and conserving something that's true, what it is. When we're talking about progressive, we want to move the country, the city, the state from where we are today and looking future focused on tomorrow. So look at those other candidates on your up and down your ballot for assembly. LaWanda Chambers, I believe she's Assembly District 61. I just want to shout her out because that's my girl, and if we get in, we gonna cause some problems for sure. But it's good trouble that's needed. So, and I think that's what I have for right now. I mean, I don't know.
I got something else for you. I got something else for you. You hinted towards it. You said they need an assembly to get things through. I got a question for you. How important is track record of getting things actually done as an elected official?
Yeah.
How important is it? And especially if you want to raise to the probably highest office in the state.
Yeah, it's very important. It's in the campaign season, it's primary. We're mostly talking about politics right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think people misconstrue politics for governance.
Mm-hmm.
So, the governor, county executive, our mayor, and the legislature, the common council, we're responsible for governing our city, governing our localities. So that's actual work that is separate and different from politics. Mm-hmm. Politics to me is a sales show. I'm trying to sell the best version of myself in order to get elected. But now you have to do a job once you get elected, which means that you now have to have the experience in building relationships across the aisle. Wisconsin is a purple state. It's a purple state.
Mm-hmm.
We can go through who was elected in different levels, but Wisconsin has historically been a purple state, which means that we have to find bipartisanship to do that. I love the ideological fights we're having, or debates we're having right now, because I think that it's making us, as a progressive entity, as a Democratic Party, is making us think differently how we do things. Progress, right? That's progressive, right? Thinking differently and innovative about the future. But you have to be able to govern. You have to be able to come in and build the relationships. You have to compromise. I think that part is getting overlooked in this whole fight right now. Is when you get into that office, you're going to have half of your, even if we do get a trifecta, we're still going to have basically 50-50 split Republican Democrat. So we're going to have to work together if we're going to get anything done. And what I'm sick of is the politics where we're not getting anything done because everybody's on their fringe positions and they're not working the solutions, right? And I like to think of things this way. We need to start getting back to working inside out. And right now, the politics is having us work outside in, with the fringes are the loudest voices in both sides of the party. We have to start working outside in to start getting to the issues and solutions that matter to most of us. Most of us want send our kids to a good school. Most of us want a good house or want to be able to afford a house. We're not talking about a free house or whatever, like all this free, all that stuff. Most people want an affordable lifestyle so they can send their kids to college, send their kids to school, have a vacation every once in a while, enjoy the fruits of their labor, right? We have to tackle the affordability crisis. And if we don't come up with solutions that are going to attack those things that everybody tends to agree on first, and then start getting to the peripherals and talking about those different things, we're going to be in the same position that we're in right now. And I'll tell you what, and this is going to, I'm not going to be somebody who's going to stay in office just so that I can stay in office to say I'm here and not working on solutions that are not going to get things done and move the city forward.
Man.
Somebody said that's a loaded question.
Yeah. Oh, so you see it?
I see it
in the chat too. So he can see the chat. He can see the chat. Guru.
I just saw. I was like, okay.
the comments. We gotta start adding the comments from the
Guru
guest.
said, "Objection, leading the witness." Oh man, we got one more question before we let you go, Shannon. Shannon, sneak it in.
So if this can be answered quickly, thank you, because we do have to go to break. But we wanted to know what your thoughts were on eliminating the choice program. I feel like that's a
Yeah, you're gonna give me. Look,
should we do it when we come back?
It's y'all show.
All right, let's come back. We'll
Okay.
answer
I mean,
when
I
we
can
come
do
back.
it. I mean,
we'll do it when we come back. We'll do it when we
that's
come
what
back.
I was like. We
Yeah.
got 1 minute. It feels like a not 1 minute question.
Right. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back with more of the lunch break with Ray Nitty and maybe Shannon after these messages.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Milwaukee, mark your calendars. Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. Interested in volunteering? Visit truthfamilyfest.com or by emailing Sierra, CIERRA.brown@MilwaukeeBlackMedia.com. Special thanks to Educators Credit Union, American Family Insurance, Milwaukee Public Schools, Artists Working in Education, City of Milwaukee, Department of Community Wellness and Safety, and Ascension for helping make this event possible.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
I got old cats spazzing on their ass. I got Prada on my ass. Got my lab one man popping like a damn tag. Shopping on their ass. I just bought a new old Jag. Yeah, it's so
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the award-winning 1017 The Truth. This is the lunch break with Ray Nitty, maybe Shannon, DJ Brother Z holding us down with the production and sound. I got something else on the menu, Shannon. This is the last little thing we got, though. But Milwaukee, mark your calendars. Join us for Truth Family Fest on Saturday, August 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverside University High School. It's free and fun for the entire family, featuring great music, community resources, family activities, and back-to-school support to help students get ready for a successful school year. Interested in volunteering? Visit the Truth's Family website at truthfamilyfest.com to complete the volunteer form or by emailing cierra.brown@milwaukeeblackmedia.com. Bring the whole family and experience one of Milwaukee's favorite community celebrations, Truth Family Fest, Saturday, August 22nd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Special thanks to Educators Credit Union, American Family Insurance, Milwaukee Public Schools, Artists Working in Education, City of Milwaukee, DCWS, AB Core, what? And Ascension. All right, y'all. Why would they write that like that?
So y'all get the message.
That's like that movie. What is that?
Anchorman.
Anchorman. Just read the script.
I ain't Ron Jeremy. Oh man. Oh man.
Burgundy?
Ron, what I say, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Burgundy. Yeah. You know, I'm 42 years old. Man. Chill out.
It's different.
Wait a minute, he just found
What I
out
say?
he's a
Oh,
year
damn.
younger.
Yes. I mean, hey, what's
What's going
on here?
Hit the dump button.
Like, it's too late for that.
I don't even think they caught what I said. Y'all caught what I said?
I was laughing.
Just
I ain't catch the last
don't
part.
respond to that, bro. You doing a great job
Now I
today.
gotta play this back.
Don't get caught up in my mess, please. Yo, Zach don't miss nothing, dog. Okay, we asked you a pretty heavy question. It's heavy on people's mind right now. I would love to know your thoughts on it. I think you kind of answered it a little bit, but now this is a little more direct form, is it?
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's that heavy. Here's the stats.
Okay.
And thank you to some of those organizations. There's a lot of organizations who are in this space, in the education space in general, who are doing this. But here's the stats. In the city of Milwaukee, 50% of our students are in charter and choice schools, of our black students. So when we look at the net decrease in the enrollment rate,
56%. 56% of our black students.
Shout out to Dr. Ken. He's always like have the facts and have the data. So I've been really jumping into the data around, especially in my district. But the reality is 56% of our students in the city of Milwaukee, black students, are enrolled in a non-traditional charter or choice school, which is non-traditional public school. Now, on one hand, again, we need to invest in our public schools. We have to make sure that they have the capital they need and the resources they have to do that. But the reality is when I'm talking on doors and my families are saying, hey, I can't afford to wait until the public schools get it together. My kids are in school right now. I have to be able to send my kids to where I feel is the best opportunity for them to have the best quality education right now. So it's two things can be true. We need to invest in our public schools, but we have to have options, which is what it is. In a let's break it down this way. In a capitalist society, we have a free market exchange, right? Right? So a choice is nothing but free market capitalism for all our conservative and people out there. When you look at the school system that way, it's providing options and parents having the choice to send their kids and their families to the best option that they feel is going to send their kids to give their kids the best opportunities to succeed in life. So as we are fixing our public school system and getting the resources that has been disinvested in our schools from the state level. So it's important to have legislators who understand the importance of fully funding our public schools, but we have to at the same time make sure that parents have options to do that. Because once we get to a point down the line when parents feel that if my neighborhood public school is the best school for me, and we get to that point, then that's the choice that their families are going to make. But until we get there, I'm 42 years old, like you said, we've been having the same issue with our public school system, just in Milwaukee, across the state. We've been having the same issues for 42 years. I'm only going to speak the 42 years that I've been alive. We've been having the same issues, right? So that, to me, is not a failure on our teachers and our public school workers and our teachers. They're great, phenomenal. We even have some really, 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 really great schools. But as a system, as a financing system, as we look at reforming a school system, we have to do it in a way that's going to do and make sure that the whole system is in. I'll just say this last thing. I was talking to a very good person who I think is brilliant, Dr. Howard Fuller, and he advised me to think of education this way. Think of the educational system as a delivery system, right? So you have this umbrella of a delivery system, and you have these different components. You have your public schools and your charters and your choice and your non-traditionals, all these different things, right? They all operate under the delivery system. So if you're an executive, like we're looking for in a governor, you have to look at things as a CEO and look at the whole system and say, if it's a delivery system and I have a deliverable that's going to get everybody across the board, the public schools is one mechanism in the delivery system. The charter school is one mechanism. The choice school is one mechanism. All these other things. So we have to fix each and make sure that each system, each cog is efficient and effective so that we can move the entire delivery system together. So to answer your question, I do support that funding our public schools, but we have to keep that choice open for our choice and charter schools.
Man, y'all, Jordan Roman. Jordan Roman, tell him which district again.
District 12, northwest side of Milwaukee.
Northwest side, once again, that's like over by Vincent area,
Yep,
if you're in that area.
Good Hope, Silver Spring, Hampton, Dean Road, Brown Deer, all those different things, all those different words.
Shannon.
Look, I think I just got you a household vote. 107th and Hampton, you said.
Yeah.
Got a whole house of people for to go vote.
Yep, above 76 in Hampton. That's all me right there. So.
Yeah. See, Shannon was texting me like, is 107th in this district?
Absolutely.
I was like, I got something for you.
Shannon,
what's us today?
Give us the final thought, Shannon. Wrap us up, and then I got a quote of the day we'll close out with.
No, I just want to thank you for coming out and talking to us, Jordan. Do you want to go ahead and give us your social media platforms where they can find you?
Yes, ma'am. So
that
first,
website again as well.
RomanFordWI.com, RomanForWI. You can hit my handles on all social medias at Jordan Roman for State Assembly or Roman for WI. It's one of those two on IG, all the different platforms. So you can hit me up and check me out again. Vote, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. We have to get out in numbers. As a Black collective, we hold the power. We just have to utilize and leverage that power. We can move this city forward.
Man. I think this was super refreshing. This was super refreshing. No, Shannon, you got it. I just got a quote. Close us out, Shannon. I'm just the entertainer.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to the lunch break here on 101.7 The Truth. Like we said before, don't go anywhere. We got Manon with the Grapevine, and then we have Jazzy with the Tap In at 7 o'clock, I believe. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. Follow Ray Nitty at RAYNITTI, and follow me, Maybe Shannon, across all platforms. Make sure you head over to our Facebook page and follow us at The Lunch Break. Ray, what's the quote of the day?
Give light and people will find a way. Ella Baker.
Well, that was simple.
250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded